We wondered, what would happen if we asked Lou Mancini, a 30-year transmission quality manager, to compare a Mopar 62TE remanufactured transmission and the same model from an aftermarket remanufacturer? Mind you, Lou is not only a top quality manager, he is the guy that refined the FCA US transmission remanufacturing process and is the go-to guy when it comes to transmissions. This video reveals the comparison results. On the outside, these transmissions look a lot alike, but on the inside, they tell different stories. Mopar quality engineers disassembled two transmissions, an aftermarket remanufactured 62TE transmission and a Mopar remanufactured 62TE transmission. They found the Mopar transmission superior in 7 key areas: front carrier upgrade, thrust washer replacement, key replacement components, RTV application, torque converter friction material, installation instructions, and warranty coverage. Let's take a closer look at each of these differences. One of the largest issues found is in the aftermarket front planetary carrier. It houses a dated 3-pinion shaft design, a cause of transmission failure in high-load applications. The Mopar remanufactured transmission has a mandatory replacement OEM front carrier with a 4-pinion shaft. The 4th shaft is key because it can handle the added weight and power of the engines used today. Because at Mopar, we won't subject our customers to a part that's known to fail in certain applications. A used thrust washer was installed in the aftermarket transmission. Thrust washers used in the carrier are mandatory replacement parts in all Mopar remanufactured transmissions. The aftermarket transmission did not include key components such as vehicle speed sensors, the transaxle shield, or a dipstick. The missing vehicle speed sensors are of particular concern because during installation, the technician will either have to transfer used, untested speed sensors from the failed transmission or purchase new sensors, which may cause delays. The Mopar remanufactured transmission comes complete with new OEM sensors. In fact, they are mandatory replacement parts on all Mopar remanufactured 62TE transmissions. Mopar goes even further by pre-testing the sensors with the transmission to ensure they are mated and in sync prior to installation. RTV, or room temperature vulcanizing silicone, is used to create a gasket that seals mechanical joints. In the case of this aftermarket transmission, the differential was found to have an excessive application of RTV, which can potentially seep into the transmission and clog a lube passage, causing noise or mechanical issues that can lead to transmission failure. The Mopar transmission remanufacturing process uses a robotic device to apply the precise amount of RTV, so it doesn't intrude into the differential cavity or any other joint. The aftermarket torque converter houses a used friction disc inside. This used part may have depreciated or worn unevenly, and we have no idea if the unit was exposed to any transmission fluid additives that may be detrimental to the operation of the lockup function. When Mopar remanufactures a transmission, our process ensures that both the internal and external parts of the torque converter are thoroughly cleaned and examined. After that process, we use 100% new friction material throughout the transmission and torque converter. The aftermarket transmission installation instructions come with torque converter bolts and a special flyer that advises the technician that the bolts are not the correct size and to grind off the first thread before installation. Mopar includes the correct bolts, so no grinding is needed. Overall, the Mopar instructions are more comprehensive and easier for the installer to follow. They come complete with tips about what to look for, what to be careful with, how to install the included transaxle shield, and even how to gauge the fluid level. The proper dipstick is also provided. When you're looking at the warranty on an aftermarket remanufactured product, it is crucial that you read the fine print. There are often exclusions and limits that apply. Mopar stands behind our remanufactured transmissions with a 3-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. It's fully transferable with no commercial exclusions and even includes a towing allowance. Use an aftermarket transmission and you'll be placing some hefty bets on products that are not proven up to snuff. Only the Mopar remanufacturing process follows proprietary FCA US specifications and delivers a dependable remanufactured product that's authentic to the core. Mopar, at your service.